Coffee Pot Conversations.
Bonjour and bienvenue to Coffee Pot Conversations, the podcast that asks those difficult questions like, why is nobody listening? Anyway, this is episode 4.4, a November overnight stay in Paris, part 13. I can't keep up, but we're nearly there. Honestly, we're nearly there. We've only got till 4.9, which will bring us into beginning of November, and then the overnight trip to Paris in November of 2024 is done and dusted. Yes, there's new stuff coming up for season 5, so that's good. What else is happening? Well, not much. I'm trying all different new techniques of recording. So just here, you see I've got a microphone. I'm just using the one camera today because it's Bank Holiday Monday in England, which is the August Bank Holiday, the last one we have until Christmas. You can see I'm talking in a more relaxed fashion. That's because I have no script. I've not even made notes. Season 5 is going to put paid to all of that, I promise you. So, that's about it. I did hear today that the assistant director for Emily in Paris died whilst on set. That is quite sad and upsetting. As a result, that's sad. You can see I'm in a coffee shop and I'm in Westfield in London recording this. Westfield Stratford is my favourite big shopping centre, I guess, that's locally. Takes about half hour to get here by the tube or metro. Door to door, can't complain. And this is one of 2 Costas that I often come to. This is the upstairs one. I go to the downstairs one, which is where I think 4.1 was recorded. 4.2 and 4.3 were at my local Costas. Can't wait for season 5, but I'm actually in proper cafes again, so that'll be nice. Anyway, that's about it. Another short episode, this one. So now to our outside broadcast. And Paul, can you hear me? Yeah. Thanks, Paul. Paris marked the 81st anniversary of its liberation from Nazi occupation on the 24th and 25th of August, remembering the end of 4 long years of occupation of the French capital. The commemorations weren't just about parades or plaques, but about the courage of the resistance and the soldiers of the 2nd Armoured Division whose efforts returned Paris to its own citizens. The programme stretched across the city in the Jardin de la Neve, tucked behind the Hôtel de Ville. Spanish Republican fighters were remembered. These were the first soldiers to enter occupied Paris, a detail often overlooked in a simplified version of liberation. Ceremonies followed across the arrondissement. We had one in front of the Hôtel de Ville, where the week before, police removed 250 migrants sleeping outside. The Arbre de la Liberté at Place Stalingrad, also at Gare de l'Est, where a plaque honours deported, and at Place de 8 Juin 1940, where German troops surrendered, and one at Porte de l'Orléans, beneath the statue of Marshal Leclerc, who may be a part of another episode sometime. Looking ahead, Paris shifts from memory to music. On the 5th of September, the Marvels of Orchestra concert will take over the Palace of Versailles. The Saudi National Orchestra and Choir, presenting the richness of Saudi Arabia's traditions, joined by the Orchestra of the Royal Opera of Versailles, performing French works. The evening will end with a shared piece, a dialogue in music across 2 cultures. And now, a story that belongs more to the realm of flânerie. A travel guidebook called Top 10 Paris, borrowed not from a Paris library but from Battle Library in Reading, England, found itself mysteriously travelling on the Paris metro. An observant Parisian spotted the Reading reading book while riding Line 1, emailed the address inside, and then sent it home to Berkshire within the week. This sort of says a lot about Paris itself. It's not only people, but also objects that rarely end their journeys where they're supposed to be. And finally, this month also marked the 130th birthday of actor Habib Benglia. Born in Iran in 1895, he became the first African-born actor to secure substantial roles in French theatre and cinema. His breakthrough came in 1923 when he played the lead in The Emperor Jones at the National Theatre in Paris. Benglia was a regular presence on Parisian stages such as the Théâtre de l'Odéon and the Comédie des Champs-Élysées, where his performances challenged audiences to accept what, at the time, many had never encountered: a black actor in a leading role. He also wrote plays, one of which, Un Soir à Bamako, made it onto television in 1950. His film credits include Dana, Les Métis, and Le Mystère de Paris. Benglia worked in over 100 productions, often in the face of prejudice. Today, he lies at rest in the Thèse Cemetery just outside Paris in a modest grave. His career remains a reminder of how Parisian stages, whether they'd wanted to or not, had to expand to include voices that once stood at the margins. Again, a topic that will be covered in later episodes, I'm sure.
Coffee Pot Conversations.
We have a Monoprix, which I think has a bank vault in the bottom, an old French bank door, I think. I'm sure it's that one, but I might be wrong. You know what my Paris general knowledge is like. The weird and wonderful. Anyway, onwards and upwards. See, Silver Crossing. That's really weird because there's one with a light and one without a light. So I don't know what goes on. Pardon. Mabussin, expensive jewellery shop. Guerlain, expensive. I don't actually know what they do. But it's an expensive shop. And then we have, as previously mentioned, we have Sephora. So I think that's 5 I've seen since being here in this quick little round trip. 4. It's 4 that I've seen. Here we go. Don't know where I got 5 from. So this is what the Champs-Élysées were doing for Christmas, just gone. In fairness, it doesn't actually look much different, apart from the Christmas decorations in the shops, which I guess is everywhere for Christmas. But yeah. Little Galerie des Champs. But this is an Adidas shop that wasn't the one we went to get our numbers. If it was, it would have made things a lot easier. Looks like they've done it up. So Nev, when you want your 10k, we can always come here for it. And we'll know where it is, because it's next door to the PSG shop. So still walking up. Whee. I really do think I might take the metro to Galeries Lafayette, because back's hurting, shoulders hurting, face is hurting. Got rugby on Sunday. Right, let's carry on. Just going to take this time to talk to you about my call to action. So find me on Spotify, Coffee Pot Conversations, hosted by an Englishman in Paris, on youtube.com/@Coffee Pot Conversations, Instagram @an Englishman in Paris blog, read my blog, anenglishmaninparis.blog, or email me, podcast@anenglishmaninparis.blog. Now, I never know why I always give the Spotify and the YouTube links, because you're watching this podcast somewhere, unless it's on my Patreon site, which is patreon.com/Coffee Pot Conversations. I don't know how else you're going to be watching. It could be through the blog, which I said is an englishmaninparis.blog. Maybe you've clicked through an Instagram link @an Englishman in Paris blog. Who knows, but thanks for watching and listening. Okay, over here, In the distance, over the road, is Louis Vuitton. And that's not, I saw is their flagship, but sort of isn't, because the one down by Les Maritains is also one. That's the one further down by Les Maritains is where they had the Dot Lady with the art installation. This one now just looks like one of their boxes. It's quite nice. See if I can get a better view of it. Get a little bit closer. The Louis Vuitton Dot Lady is none other than Yayoi Kusama, the 92-year-old Japanese artist whose works have sold from $1 to over $10 million. She's now the highest grossing contemporary artist, topping David Hockney, who, up until the end of August, is exhibiting at the Louis Vuitton Foundation. Changing direction. The Petit Bateau. We have days in London. And back to the box. So to stand still and close up on it. Let's do that. There we go, and zoom in. You see, it's actually quite a nice building. Oof. Now, if you like McDonald's, be done by McDonald's. This place on the right, opposite Louis Vuitton, I believe it's Belgian, and it is called Quick. And it's quite nice in there. And everyone well, not queuing up, but you normally get people queuing up to go into Brasserie des Champs, and then they're normally eating there afterwards. Now, on one of these corners, is that Michael Jackson? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not Michael Jackson, but it's quite good. For you and me. Anyway, singing the wrong words. Him, not me. And yep. Still walking up. Now this, they say, it's the poshest McDonald's. In Paris at least, I don't know about it in the world. And then in fact no one never says that. But it's on the Champs-Elysees. This is the one that Emily in Paris went to. And here we go. In the front we have, which you can't see I don't think, the Arc de Triomphe. So I have walked the length of the Champs-Elysees from Père Lachaise. On my days I'm going to have to sit down and work that through. I really am. Well, let's try and get away from all these people. So there's a metro station at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. Take your pick which one you go to. But to get well, let me just explain what's happening, because for those of you watching the older, I've got a camera here and see it's wobbling. I normally hold it. That's really weird. But here it is. I think I just ruined my camera. So hang on. Let's go back. There we go. Right, so when I'm walking, I'm holding my bag, keeping it straight, to keep that straight. But as people get in my way, I need to move quickly. I move my hand, bring it back. And if you watch the camera, which is really weird. Anyway, going back to a different part of life. We've got Cartier, and just above, I believe that's where Dodi Al-Fayed was bringing Princess Diana back to. I'm sure that was their flat. It was down that road, possibly. And that was from... So for those of you that saw it, Place Vendôme is the one with a big tall column, not the Luxor obelisk. It was round about, I think, where I said that I fell down the curb. I think it's just before that, maybe just after. Anyway, so from there, in that square, is Harrods, where myself, Nev and the boys have all urinated. Yes, it's Toilet Talk. Welcome to Toilet Talk in Paris. Parle de toilette à Paris. Anyway, so from there to here, and on the route was where the fatal incident took place. But this, ladies and gentlemen, quite possibly the busiest part of the Champs-Élysées, because it's where the Arc de Triomphe is. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Maybe if I try and zoom all the way up. There's people up there. It's the viewing gallery. Don't think I'd do it, to be honest. But, just to let you know, down here, so from Arc de Triomphe down the Champs-Élysées, in the road. Yep, ran down there. Pretty exciting that was. So I'm going to try and do one of those funny shots, transition snap, and get a few on my phone, and then I will debate what I'm going to do in terms of Galerie Lafayette Christmas tree. See you soon.
Coffee Pot Conversations.
And thank you for tuning into episode 4.4, the November Overnight Stay in Paris, part 13. Just not much really to conclude on this episode. What's I got? Really don't know. Keep left my hands on the table, which is probably a better sound than everybody else in the coffee shop. Yeah, I'm picking up the acoustics from way down the other side, and the table behind me, they seem to want to shout. But hopefully Riverside can eradicate some of this noise. Otherwise, I'm going to be hitting Audacity and stripping it straight back down. Anyway, don't forget, email in specifically for this episode, 4.4 at anenglishmaninparis.blog, or podcast. General is podcast at anenglishmaninparis.blog. Loving the continuity. So, as the day progresses, people do tend to move on and create more noise. So that's great. There will be a few jump cuts in this. I kind of almost promised you that. But this is the conclusion. So you've already seen it. Photobomb. Boom. Is it a photobomb if you're in the video? I don't know. Maybe it's just called annoying. So that's it. Nothing else to say except time for Jasper's jingle.
Coming up on Coffee Pot Conversations.
We have episode 4.5, a November Overnight Stay in Paris, part 14. Not many left after that. Then we've got season 5 starting in January 2026. That's still in the process of being orchestrated, shall we say. And yeah, then we've got season 6 starting after that. So that will be in June 2026. And I really do need to work out if season 5 is going to work first before thinking about season 6. What else is coming up? Possibly 1 or 2 more interviews, which I haven't decided where they're going to fit in. Maybe that'll be a season 5 thing where it's just all randomised and who knows. I'm just waiting for a little bit more information regarding that. I've still been buying books, which isn't coming up. That's just a matter of fact statement. Yeah, so that's it. Until next time, keep the coffee hot, the pot warm, and the conversation cool. But before we disappear, let me know your thoughts on that, because never asking, is that the right order? Should it be the coffee hot, or should the pot be hot? I don't know. So email in if you like. Leave a message on my Instagram. Instagram at an Englishman in Paris vlog, or the email could be coffeepot at an Englishman in Paris.vlog. So now over to Rory.
Coffee Pot Conversations.